Mr. Srivastava, why don't you take that? Why is the law always acting post something has happened? And again, the problem is that it takes years. I mean, we know the cases of Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, etc. For years, they've been absconders from Indian law, and the Indian law has been able to do precious little to bring them back and make them face justice. What's the guarantee these Luthra brothers will not end up the same way?
See, first of all, it is really an unfortunate incident, and I feel that may their souls rest in peace. It is a very serious matter. Now, if we talk about the law part, see what happens when an FIR is registered under non-bailable section, as in this case, maybe under section 105 with other sections of BNS, which makes it bailable, and is for culpable homicide amounting to murder. Now, what happens when this FIR is registered? It gives the police authority, and the power to do investigation, and even they can arrest by giving notice under section 35 of BNSS if they feel so that their custodial interrogation is required. Now, it obviously takes some time, and if somebody flees by that time, can also go to the court through their legal counsel or lawyer, by filing an anticipatory bail under section 482 of BNSS. These are the rights of the accused also in the same law. So, see, the issue is about the investigation. The FIR is registered, and after that the arrest is taken of a person only for the custodial interrogation at that moment. That cannot be said that the person
but Mr. Srivastava, please tell me, you're talking about the rights of the accused. But what about the rights of the people who lost their loved ones? 25 people died. 20 of those 25 people were employees who were working with this, in this enterprise, in this nightclub. And the owners, on whom the responsibility is, they've run away.
The LOC, the lookout circular could have been issued much earlier, maybe some hours before, and the airports would have been made aware about this particular FIR so that the accused should not go out of the country.
Mr. Srivastava, these accused people got to the airport within 2 hours of the incident happening, the incident beginning. The fire had not been fully put out, before which they had already checked in at the airport. So clearly they had no intention of facing the law. The intention right from the get-go, right from the moment they got, once again, right from the moment they got word about this accident, their intention was to flee from the law.
See, as per the law, there are two aspects of the law. One is for the accused, one is for the victim. Now, if we talk about the victim's part, obviously, the FIR was to be registered, which is registered, and then these accused have to go through the proper trial process, and if found guilty, they have to be punished, because see, if you talk about section 105, it has the punishment of life imprisonment.
No, but Mr. Srivastava, to go through the trial, to stand trial, they have to come back to India. They have to be brought back to India. When will they be brought back to India?
No, this is where the authorities have to follow further regulations as they are doing. Blue corner notice will not give authority to the Interpol or the authority of the country, to arrest them. Now when the court issues non-bailable warrant in due course of time, then the red corner notice can be issued on the request of the authorities in India with the Interpol. And
by which time it will be years and years, like the Mallya case, like the Nirav Modi case, like the Mehul Choksi case. It's going to be years and years and years before any of this actually comes to fruition.
No, see, first of all, they have the passport on which they have gone out of the country. They must be having a visa maybe on arrival. See, these things are valid only for a particular period of time. Even if they have to renew the passport, which can be refused by the, by the Ministry of External Affairs of a country.
They can seek asylum. How has Mallya stayed back in the UK? He sought asylum.
Yes,
he has made a case that he will be persecuted if he is brought back to India. That's what Nirav Modi has also done. What is stopping from the Luthra Brothers doing the same thing? They will apply for asylum wherever they are.
See, there are laws which are made in different countries, which is applicable in our country also. Now we have the law BNSS, which is a new law, also the BNS which is formed. If somebody is going out of the country within hours of an FIR is registered, obviously there is a protocol and there are laws which are to be required to be followed. Otherwise, somebody cannot just go out of the country and just bring them just like that. There are rules to be followed.
So tell me, once again, so tell me, the procedure now is they will apply to Interpol. Interpol will sit on these files, peruse these files, and if it is convinced, then it will issue a blue corner notice. After the blue corner notice, the Thai authorities will be intimated. Then the Thai authorities will have to go and find out where these fellows are, and if at all apprehend them. Then they will have to be produced in a court of law in Thailand. A judge in Thailand will have to go through the entire case and be convinced that yes, there is merit to send them back to India. Now, please tell me, you are a lawyer. How long is all of this going to take?
See, this is the normal course. It takes time, obviously, as you rightly mentioned. See, in any criminal procedure, now the police has to do the investigation. Investigation doesn't only mean that the arrest of a person is the only way of doing the investigation. They have to find out there which they are doing, whether the permissions were there with the club, whether there was fire NOC, whether they required.
Sir, I don't know if you joined late on the broadcast. I just spoke to my colleague who's in Goa, who has said there was no fire NOC. The fire NOC had expired. Even the building design and construction, there were multiple violations. People are asking questions of the village office, the panchayat office, how did they get clearances to make these building modifications? People are asking questions about the fire officer, the fire NOC was not renewed for over a year is what my reporter just said. I mean, ultimately, all of these questions are coming to the fore after 25 people have died.
Yes, the entire investigation will be conducted by the police, and accordingly the charge sheet will be filed with all these facts as you are mentioning, and based on that the court has to punish, because see, the punishment cannot be given by the police at the moment. There is a way. One has to be considered to be guilty. Now, if an incident has taken place,
a charge sheet can be filed, but you can't have a trial in absentia. That is the whole problem.
No. The new law allows even the trial in the absence of an accused. This is what is the change in the law.
So it's all fine for what they did. They don't have to come back to India and face the law. The grieving families will continue to face their grief, and the law will make them stand trial in absentia.
No. See, the extradition process is to be followed, which is followed by any country. Had it been in any other country as well, the same procedure would have been followed with different sections and with somewhat different.
Why then, sir? And my final word. I'm going to wrap up after this. Why then has the agencies here in India not been able to extradite the likes of a Malia or a Nirav or a Mehul Choksi all these years? It's been more than 10 years since they fled from this country.
See, I tell you that as well. See what happens when an extradition treaty is signed and the extradition is allowed. Then the accused has further right, as per the law, to apply to the court of the country in which that accused is staying. If that country is of the view that the extradition should be, given and allowed and should be sent back, then only. Otherwise, there could be some sort of relief given by the court concerned, of the country.
We'll see. Like I said, now these people will have to go back through the whole grinding process of the law, the long and tedious process of the law. And frankly, I don't see these two brothers being brought back to India anytime soon to face justice or to face trial in this case. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much, Mr. Srivastava. I want to move on to the other story again.